Have you ever heard someone say the Bible is full of errors? It's a common claim, but is it true? When we talk about history, can we really trust the Bible? Let's take a closer look. The Bible contains different kinds of information. Some things, like in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth, are about pre-human history. We can't scientifically check that statement. It's a matter of faith, not empirical investigation. But it's also not inconsistent with scientific data. However, the Bible is also packed with hundreds, even thousands, of historical and geographical details that we can asterisk check. These references come from the real world of human history, and we can test their accuracy. If the Bible proves to be precise time and time again in these checkable details, doesn't it make sense to trust it on other matters too? The incredible accuracy of the Bible, even in the smallest things, is one of its most amazing features. Let's explore a few examples. Remember the story of Jesus meeting the woman at the well? This happened in a region called Samaria, near a town called Sidon. Jesus stopped to rest at Jacob's well. He told the woman he could give her living water that would quench her thirst forever. Not quite understanding what he meant, she looked at the well and said, "Sir, you have nothing to draw with, and the well is deep." Think about that last part. The well is deep. Is that just a casual comment? Not at all. Today, nearly 2,000 years later, Jacob's well is still there, and it's about 80 feet deep. That's like an 8-story building. The woman's statement wasn't just a figure of speech. It was a simple, verifiable fact. This little detail, recorded by the Gospel writer John, shows an intimate knowledge of the actual location. It's a small touch of realism that adds to the credibility of the whole account. Let's jump to another example, this time from the book of Acts. The Apostle Peter was visiting the city of Joppa. The Bible tells us he was staying with a man named Simon who was a tanner. Then the author Luke adds an interesting detail, almost like an afterthought. Simon's house was by the seaside. Why mention that? Is it just a random piece of information? Not if you know anything about ancient tanning. Hugh Schonfield, an author who was definitely not a friend of Christianity, pointed out how significant this is. Tanners in ancient times used a lot of seawater to process animal hides. They would soak the skins in the sea and then treat them with lime to scrape off the hair. So, having a tannery right by the sea wasn't just convenient. It was practically a necessity for the business. Luke's simple comment shows he knew exactly what he was talking about. It's another one of those small, authentic details that rings true. Here's one more fascinating case of the Bible's precision, again from the book of Acts. The Apostle Paul was on a ship, heading to Rome for his trial, when they got caught in a massive storm. The situation was desperate. The crew, trying to save the ship, cast out anchors, and then, as the account says, they loosed the rudder bands and hoisted up the foresail to the wind and made toward shore. Now, there's a subtle but powerful detail here that you might miss in some English translations. The original Greek text doesn't say rudder, singular. It says rudders, plural. They loosed the bands of the asterisk rudders. Asterisk. Why is that important? Because ancient ships of that size didn't have a single central rudder like modern boats. Instead, they were steered by 2 large paddle rudders, one on each side of the stern. This might have seemed like a strange detail for centuries, but modern archaeology has proven it to be spot on. In 1969, an ancient shipwreck was discovered off the coast of Cyprus. When archaeologists examined the wreck, they found evidence of the dual rudder oars used to steer the ship, just as Luke described. This discovery, detailed in National Geographic, confirms the remarkable accuracy of Luke's record. He wasn't just telling a story, he was recording history with the precision of an eyewitness. So, what does all this mean? It means the Bible can be tested. We can examine it historically, geographically, and culturally. And every time we do, it passes the test with flying colors. From the depth of a well in Samaria, to the location of a tanner's shop in Joppa, to the construction of a Roman-era ship, the details are consistently accurate. This incredible, consistent accuracy isn't just a coincidence. It points to something deeper. It suggests that the book we hold in our hands is more than just a collection of ancient stories. It's a reliable record, preserved through centuries. The only way to explain this uncanny precision across so many different authors and eras is to consider its origin. This level of accuracy strongly supports the claim that the Bible is divinely inspired, a trustworthy message from God to humanity. So the next time you hear someone question the Bible's reliability, remember these details. The evidence is there, waiting to be discovered. Thanks for watching. If you found this interesting, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more content that explores the evidence for faith. See you next time.